Lost Children Archive by Valeria Luiselli. Read for you by Valeria Luiselli and Kivlighan de Montebello, with Maya Enrique Luiselli and William Demerit.
Part 1. Family Soundscape. Relocations. An archive presupposes an archivist, a hand that collects and classifies. Arlette Fargue. To leave is to die a little. To arrive is never to arrive. Migrant Prayer. Departure. Mouths open to the sun, they sleep. Boy and girl, foreheads pearled with sweat, cheeks red and streaked white with dry spit. They occupy the entire space in the back of the car, spread out, limbs offering, heavy and placid. From the co-pilot's seat, I glance back to check on them every so often, then turn around again to study the map. We advance in the slow lava of traffic toward the city limits, across the GW bridge, and merge onto the interstate. An airplane passes above us and leaves a straight long scar on the palette of the cloudless sky. Behind the wheel, my husband adjusts his hat, dries his forehead with the back of his hand. Family Lexicon. I don't know what my husband and I will say to each of our children one day. I'm not sure which parts of our story we might each choose to pluck and edit out for them, and which ones we'll shuffle around and insert back in to produce a final version. Even though plucking, shuffling, and editing sounds is probably the best summary of what my husband and I do for a living. But the children will ask, because ask is what children do. And we'll need to tell them a beginning, a middle, and an end. We'll need to give them an answer, tell them a proper story. The boy turned 10 yesterday, just one day before we left New York. We got him good presents. He had specifically said, no toys. The girl is 5 and for some weeks has been asking insistently, when do I turn 6? No matter our answer, she'll find it unsatisfactory. So we usually say something ambiguous like, soon, in a few months, before you know it. The girl is my daughter and the boy is my husband's son. I'm a biological mother to one, a stepmother to the other, and a de facto mother in general to both of them. My husband is a father and a stepfather, to each one respectively, but also just a father. The girl and boy are therefore stepsister, son, stepdaughter, daughter, stepbrother, sister, stepson, brother. And because hyphenations and petty nuances complicate the sentences of everyday grammar, the us, the them, the our, the your, as soon as we started living together, when the boy was almost 6 and the girl still a toddler, we adopted the much simpler possessive adjective, our, to refer to them too. They became our children, and sometimes the boy, the girl. Quickly, the two of them learned the rules of our private grammar and adopted the generic nouns mama and papa, or sometimes simply ma and pa. And until now, at least, our family lexicon defined the scope and limits of our shared world. Family plot. My husband and I met 4 years ago, recording a soundscape of New York City. We were part of a large team of people working for New York University's Center for Urban Science and Progress. The soundscape was meant to sample and collect all the keynotes and the sound marks that were emblematic of the city. Subway cars screeching to a halt, music in the long underground hallways of 42nd Street, ministers preaching in Harlem, bells, rumors, and murmurs inside the Wall Street Stock Exchange. But it also attempted to survey and classify all the other sounds that the city produced and that usually went by as noise, unnoticed. Cash registers opening and closing in delis, a script being rehearsed in an empty Broadway theater, underwater currents in the Hudson, Canada geese flocking and shitting over Van Cortlandt Park, swinging in Astoria playgrounds,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?